And it's like, this guy is verging so close to Jim Rome territory, where the guy's just like, call me out. I can't remember the name. He's calling
Chris
this guy
Evans.
Chris Evans. Call me that one more time.
His real name. Jim
call
Evans,
me that,
maybe.
Yeah, call me Chris Evans one more time. I just did. I said it to your face. You won't do it again. I bet I will. I bet you won't, Chris. And the guy's like up and in Jim Rome's face, and he's flipped him on his back. And Jim Rome's on the floor like, I saw another. Jim Rome's been on. First of all, I love Jim Rome. He's one of my first like talk radio like heroes before Stern even. I used to listen to him like 2 or 3 hours a day. He came on my local radio station. He's national. He's out of LA, I believe.
Does everyone have the background to get that story? That Jim Evans was a football quarterback, and he was kind of getting a reputation for taking sacks and protecting himself instead of throwing from the pocket and getting the hit. Chris Evans is a female tennis player, so he's basically calling him a girl to his face repeatedly. And that's what they thought.
I need to find that clip.
Again, there's another instance with Jim Rome, and I don't remember the specifics again, but like they don't really matter. Basically, he's like talking to a football coach or someone in sports. It doesn't matter for the story's sake. But he's just like, hey, I heard this, and that, and the other, and it's some edgy shit. Like it's like, oh my God, Jim, you're really going after him here. And the guy's like, that's not true, but I'm wondering, Jim, do you still beat your wife? and because I guess Jim Rome had a fucking domestic dispute at some point and beat his wife.
It wasn't just the
no. And,
you know that question, right? Like when
yeah.
you stop beating your wife is a
it's
a famous
question.
sort of leading question where you can't answer it correctly. There is no any.
Oh, well, maybe that's the case. But in any case, Jim is like, hey, come on. That's a little much, I think. Is it? I don't think it is at all.
She thought so too.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I like Jim Rome though. I think he has this really interesting like fan base, and like they've got this like language of their own. It's.
I only know him for the gotcha stuff. Does he do like better stuff than that?
I mean, he had like I used to listen to a multi-hour radio show where it's him like covering all the topics of the day, and then doing like taking lots of calls, and then occasionally they would have the smack off, where they would have like fans would come in and do like this 1 or 2 minute like fucking slam of like pop references, sport references. Like it was almost like they're rapping, they're referencing things that are meta to the show, making fun of like sports stars and stuff, and like just attacking each other and the show and all sorts of things. It's like if you go on YouTube and find like, I think it was called the Smack Off, but I would be listening to this laughing my ass off when I was like 15 or something like that, because these guys they would be a huge prize. I don't remember what it was, but maybe it was $10,000 or something like that. Like it was crazy. And there would be like levels to it. There was like a bracket system for like who could talk the best smack. And like these guys would show up and just so well prepared with like these fucking soliloquies of just damnation. And you would just, I was spellbound. It was so good.
I used to hold rap battles on Woodycraft. And I would just engage with because Woodycraft was obviously a Minecraft server, but almost like the Discord, it became a social thing too. And there was a social hierarchy where different people knew guys who spent the most time on Woodycraft. And anyway, I'd hold rap battles with them. And you guys have seen my music stuff. I'm not great at rapping, but look, you'd think I'm a 2. I'm fucking 4. You don't know it, but I am.
Yeah, scale of 100.
And someone watched the PKA intro. It's not bad. So anyway, I'd hold these rap battles, and these kids would wreck me. They'd wreck me. They'd attack the quality of my server, my family, me personally. Like, I'm having fun here. Like taking it easy. And I'm going against oftentimes these guys are 13, 15 years old. Lighten up. That did not hold true in reverse. And after a couple of rap battles, Chiz and I were just like, let's never do that again.
There's nothing to gain here.
I wanted to make sure they were actually called smack offs because, like I said, I was 15 when I listened to this shit. They still do them, by the way. And so I pulled up last year's and I listened to like 30 seconds of some guy going on a fucking rant. He's like, yeah, Jim from Boston, you're such a piece of shit. When you were born, the doctor put you in the biohazard jug and handed your father the placenta. And doesn't stop there, just keeps going. Lately, it was just really brilliant. It's really mean shit. It's really mean shit.
Yeah, Jim Rome's one of those guys. Like when I hear his name, I'm like, oh, there's something to do with sports. But yeah, I don't know anything at all.
He's really good. It's a different kind of thing though. Like it's not like I used to watch so much ESPN. Like there's a ton of shows on there where like sports writers will compete against each other, and like give their opinions on stuff. But I used to watch ESPN like 5 hours a day or something like that.
Jesus,
I was really fucking into it. But Jim Rome was like is the best of all of them because it's different. It's closer to Howard Stern than it is to like a standard like sportscaster like ESPN guy who just gives you the facts straight up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of those guys, some just random broadcasters who you don't associate with comedy or being edgy can occasionally be very funny. Like Dave Ramsey, sometimes I'll listen to him for financial advice and he'll just get really angry. Like, these liberal journalists blaming Washington on you being poor. You're not poor because of Washington. You're poor because you're stupid. I like just sometimes like, yeah, Dave, this guy is an evangelical Christian financial coach getting angry and I'm into it. And speaking of